Almost there. What about now? Can you guys hear me?
I can.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
All right. We'll start this whole thing over. So that's cool. Thanks, guys, for being patient. Had to make a laptop switch last second, so because the other one stopped working. So should be good now. All right. So I'll just start that over. Basically, I was saying thank you guys for being patient, not only with our technical difficulties this morning, but with just everything overall. So obviously, we'd all rather be in the gym, but we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully we get some momentum on this thing and we get rolling here, no matter how long we have to do it. We're just going to try to bring you guys good content every day, 9 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. for the no equipment workouts. If you already saw Cassidy hit the workout this morning, and that went great. So that'd be the same workout at 5:30. And then at 2 p.m. every day, we're doing equipment workouts, so equipment-based workouts for those of you that do have some stuff at home. And then 11 a.m. every day, just like this, a little like bonus feature or skill or mini seminar talk from all the different coaches every single day. So again, trying to bring you content as much as we can. 5 p.m. 5 p.m., not 5:30 p.m. I'm trying to bring you guys stuff every day to do, so you know that we still are trying to do our best to keep you guys fit and healthy and having fun with it. All right. So why household items? That's what I'm going to talk about today. Is we're going to bring household items into the mix. So this is something you can do even if you're doing the body weight workouts and you want to spice it up a little bit. You can add in a couple little things to make sure you're not bored and losing your mind after, if we end up having to do 2 weeks of this or whatever. So why household items? It's just good. Okay. If you fitness in 100 words, there's a big classic CrossFit kind of speech. It packs in everything that we do and what we're about. It says in there, mix in with as much something to the effect of mix in with as much creativity as you can think of. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take the movements that we already know how to do and mix in things that you might have around the house. So the first one, very, very simple, especially if you went to the grocery store to stock up, canned goods. Okay, these are going to be our dumbbells. I got some Bush's baked beans here. Just don't squeeze them too hard if you don't want your living room or your garage to be all jacked up and messed up. So I'm going to bring this camera down a little bit so you can see more movement. You can do just about whatever with these except like devil's press and like man makers, because you don't want to press into the ground. But today we're going to use them for things like thrusters. Obviously not as heavy as dumbbells that you would usually use. But again, just to switch it up and keep it fresh and keep you from getting bored, we can add a movement in. So boom, just like that, take it on the front rack, full depth squat, driving up. And then we'll come back to that later because that's going to be one of our movements in a little mini workout I'm going to give you here at the end. Okay, so anything, like I said, that's just one thing. If you can think of smaller handheld items that you could use for a dumbbell, great. Again, I'm just going with the canned food items, which you guys should have plenty of if you went to the grocery store during all this madness. All right. The second one, and this is going to be more useful in terms of it's more versatile. We can do a lot with it. So that's going to be a chair. Okay. And I also wrote down Yeti cooler for those of you that have that. I got the little Igloo, so it can't really handle me stepping up on it a lot, but this chair here can. Everybody, Yeti cooler can, and the chair can. I put this chair through the ringer. If you know the workout that people have been doing the last couple of years called Chad, 1,000 box step ups for time. This year I did Chad on this chair right here, and it held up. So obviously you want as flat a surface as you can handle or you can find. If it's got a little bit of a curve like this one does, no big deal. Okay. So just like a box, you can do a million things on it, right? Box step ups. That's kind of what we're going to do today. Alternating feet. This thing is about 20 inches. I haven't measured it officially, but again, at this point, we're just trying to get fitness in, right? So the height doesn't totally matter. All right. You can also go turn it around just like a bench, and you can go with kind of a single leg squat or a Bulgarian split squat, whatever you want to call it. Things like that. Okay. And again, back to what I said a couple minutes ago, as far as creativity goes, you're only limited by your own imagination. So if you guys think of stuff that I haven't thought of, or you're inspired by something I did, and you're like, oh, I thought of this now. either comment on the Facebook, or you can put it on the Box Tribe, whatever. Share your ideas, because the way we're gonna get through this thing is by helping each other out, and that's the whole point behind this, is trying to build some community with it. So the next thing we're gonna mix in, gas cans. Okay, not everybody has these just like willy-nilly laying about, like if you're in an apartment situation or you only have one, whatever. But again, use these as jumping off points, not end all be all. So I got my gas cans here. I can do farmer's hold. These are both filled up, so they're a little heavy. If you feel like you can walk out into public without getting yelled at by your local authorities or neighbors for exposing yourself, that's fine. You can go farmer carry or just farmer holds, okay, whatever. We can also use them with the box that I already mentioned for step ups. Wouldn't jump with these, but you can also go then with just one at a time for like a hold, okay? Any household item you can use in that goblet position for a hold. Boom, okay, and we can go squats with those as well, okay? So that's the gas can. We're gonna bring those back for the workout as well. Okay, really like these next two. Obviously, kind of like I mentioned with the beans or the canned food items, it's not as heavy as what we usually use, right? But for barbell type movements, if you want to concentrate on the movement patterns and cleaning up some technique while we're gone from the gym, might be a good time to do that with light weights. If you don't have a PVC pipe like I got back here, you can take a broom, shovel. I think I did some overhead squats earlier with our trimmer, and that'll work. Okay, so anything long and skinny like this, for example, I can just hit some pass-throughs. All right, boom. I can go over my positions, like I mentioned. So got that hook grip on my broom right here. You look at me from an angle, I can go through all those positions like we do in the gym. Position 1 in the pocket, position 2 top of the knee, and then taking it down to the floor. Okay, so any of those will work. Okay, I mentioned overhead squats. Taking that wide grip again, full depth squat over the top. Okay, if you don't have access to a broom, another thing you can do to switch it up, and then maybe this works for people who mobility not that great, and you can kind of get a little leeway with it. You take a beach towel. This one's pretty big. Okay, and I'm just going to go long ways. Start folding in half, folding in half, folding in half. So it's as skinny as I can make it. And then I'm going over the top, really concentrating on pointing those armpits forward, just like I would if I had a barbell. You might have heard the coaches say before when you're in your overhead position to break the bar in half. Well, you get a lot of good feedback with the towel right here because it's going to move every single time you put pressure on it. So I really like that one as far as getting those armpits turned forward and getting good external rotation on an overhead squat. Again, especially for those that might not feel like they have the best mobility. Okay, it's a good tool. All right, so next one. Same deal as kind of the gas cans. Okay, laundry detergent, this one's full. If you start running out, fill it up with water, make it heavy. Okay, again, anything you would do with a kettlebell in like a goblet position, you can do with this laundry detergent. Okay. If you got it filled up with water and not laundry detergent, you feel comfortable, you can grab the handle, do single leg presses. We can go single arm overhead walking lunge. Any of that will work. Again, being creative as best you can with what you're given, right, or with what you have. Last thing I want to talk about, make things extra hard. You can just do all body weight, but add a backpack, right? So like when we were training for Wodapalooza, we used this backpack because we were going to have to do backpack muscle ups. You can see in here, we got a weighted vest that we threw in. Okay, not everybody has a weighted vest. Understand that. So we got something else. Okay, I got Taylor's High School yearbooks. All right, we're going to throw Briarcrest Christian High School, Memphis, Tennessee. We're going to throw those in. All right. Of course, the first thing you could do with that is just toss it on the back, cinch the straps up tight. Now you got a little mini ruck for your house, right? Air squats. You're not going to be able to see me, but we could go push-ups. We could go feet elevated push-ups as long as that weight is cinched up tight on your back so it's not moving around on you. What we're going to use it for today, actually, though, something you guys may not have thought of, is a barbell, okay? Clean and jerks. So if you grab the straps here, make sure they're not hitting you in the face. We're gonna come from the ground, clean it up to the shoulder, drive overhead. We got ourselves a clean and jerk. In the same kind of family of movement, we can go just a simple ground to overhead, just like we do with plates sometimes, plates to overhead, and then anything else you can think of in terms of barbell, right? So I already showed you thrusters with the beans. You can do those with the backpack, okay? We can go overhead squats, which is a really good test of your mobility. I should probably work on that because mine sucks in that position, okay? That's what I got for you quickly there. It's the quick rundown. We're gonna do a little workout once I catch my breath. But just real quick on the comments, anybody have anything for me? Anybody think of anything while I was sitting there going over stuff? If you do, great, type it in, write it down on your phone so you can do them later, whatever. Okay, I'll give you a minute to think about it, or just give me a, hey, keep going, stop staring at the camera, you're weird, right? In the meantime, workout that you can do or not, but this is, again, just to give you a little of what you can do at home, type of movements, etc. Okay? So write it nice and big, so hopefully you guys can see it when I turn this around. It's going to be I apologize for my terrible writing. I'm just going to go through this. That's probably backwards, but 12-9-6 gas can step ups. Okay, I'm going to hold a gas can in each hand. I'm going to step up 6 times on each side. Then we're going to go laundry detergent squats, so like that goblet squat I showed you, and then backpack clean and jerks. We're going to run through that 12, 9, and 6. Okay, and I'll give you an extra minute. If anybody wants to grab any of that stuff, great. If not, you can just watch and kind of see an example of the flow and kind of what to do, how to set up. But we're going to use a chair for this. We're going to use gas cans, use laundry detergent, and a backpack filled with books. Okay, so all stuff that you might have or would have in the garage or in your house or whatever. Okay, cool. So I'll give you a minute. If anybody wants to join me on that, great. Give you a minute and we'll start. Okay, I'll set up. All right, so I'm going to kind of talk through this. I was laughing when Cassidy was laughing earlier about, she feels like it's like aerobics instructor. I thought of like Peloton when you see those commercials and the instructors on the screen talking, something that we're not really used to. We don't really work out and teach at the same time or coach at the same time, but it's going to be fun. I'll try to do this without getting too out of breath. All right, so I'll try to take it a little bit slower. So here we go. I'll just start, okay? Starting with the gas can step ups. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So just like if I was doing dumbbell step ups, I'm coming to a complete stop under control at the top, keeping my chest up, not letting those shoulders droop forward or that back round. Same principles apply. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. I hope that was 12. All right. Taking my laundry detergent. Bring this camera down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Take my laundry detergent. Same thing as a normal squat applies, right? Just our item is different. Instead of a kettlebell, got my laundry detergent. So feet flat on the ground, knees tracking over the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Here's the one that's low-key going to be kind of hard, I think. Okay. The dumbbell or the backpack clean and jerk. So start on the ground, flat back, vertical shins to lift. Get it to the shoulders. Drive overhead into motion. 3, 4. Notice when I'm coming down. 5. I'm keeping that back flat. Close to the body, just like I would if I had a barbell. I think that's 9, 10, 11, 12. Boom. So now I move on back to where I started. Now I'm going 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. Boom. And hot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Just to switch it up, we're going to go ground to overhead this round. So to give you an idea of some other movements you're going to be able to do. So instead of that more like squat stance, clean and jerk that you use with the ground to overhead, I'm going to go a little bit wider, almost like a kettlebell stance. All right, we're going to go ground to overhead, just tapping one edge of the bottom, one side of the top. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we finish 6 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get creative with it. We'll go jumping goblet squats this time with the laundry detergent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go back to clean and jerks here for the last one. Actually, let's go thrusters. Let's mix them in. Let's go thrusters. So back on the front rack. Pull down squat. 1, 2. Head through the top. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And time. So obviously quick little workouts, only meant to give you an idea of how you can mix those in with the regular movements. So, if we're on day 4 of those no equipment workouts and, you're already all air squatted out, there are some examples of what you can do to mix it in, okay? Questions on any of that stuff? It's kind of hard. Cool, yeah, so thanks for hanging with me on the audio issue there. I guess I just had to turn it on like an idiot. And then also, I mentioned, I think I misspoke at the beginning. I said 5:30 for those other classes, or for that second of the day, no equipment WOD. That's actually 5 p.m. As you can see, I think Cassidy commented on there, 9, 11, 2, and 5. So 11 a.m. again, going to be those little workouts like this, where, or not necessarily workouts, but info sessions, half seminar. There's going to be some nutrition, cooking stuff going on in there. We got a bunch of ideas for that 11 a.m. slot. So that's going to be really fun to do going forward here. Thanks, Keith. Keith, are you doing any cooking in the kitchen? Is that your deal? Are you going to do that at some point? Let the people know. Cool. So just to review here before we break away, you're only limited by your own creativity, your own imagination, right? So I used a towel and a broomstick for overhead squats at points. You can do both of those items for like pass-throughs around the worlds. Okay, and get a little front rack stretch going. Those for those. Okay, I use canned goods as little mini dumbbells. Just be careful that they don't bust open and you're out of food and you have a mess to clean up. So be careful with that. I took gas cans and laundry detergent bottle to use kind of for the same purpose as a heavier kettlebell, heavier dumbbell. Box, turn a chair into a box. You can go all day with that. Bunch of different combos. You can do box jumps as long as you're confident that's a sturdy chair. I'm not jumping on that thing because I'm not sure. And then a backpack filled with coffee table books, yearbooks, whatever you want it to be. Doesn't have to be books, just any heavier item to give yourself a little bit of weight. All right. So that's going to be it for me. I'm going to sign off. Again, thank you for your patience on the microphone issue, and we'll try to continue to perfect this thing as the days go by. But the next class is going to be at 2. That's going to be the at-home equipment workout with Coach Cass, and then 5 again for the body weight workout. So hopefully you can take some of this stuff and use it to your advantage as we move on and we're all stuck in here. Okay, but thanks for tuning in, and I'm going to post this on YouTube so you guys can refer back to it if you need to later. Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.